This is Sheffield. It's one of the North's biggest, most powerful and creative cities, and has been for centuries. But it also has one unique advantage that can't be found anywhere else in the UK. It's a city which is surrounded by the beautiful countryside of the Peak District. Castleton is one village in the Peak District which is fairly close to Sheffield. It's a very rural village with a population of less than 1,000, meaning it has great links to the expanses of countryside all around it. One of these expanses of countryside is known as the Limestone Way. Given its name because of the limestone scenery all along the trail, this lengthy walk begins to the southeast of Castleton and goes on for 46 miles. The limestone you will see as you walk this trail is made up of the shells and hard parts of millions of tiny sea creatures. They existed here over 300 million years ago, back when this area was covered in water, and now form this sedimentary rock full of calcium carbonate. As you walk through the stunning green landscape and impressive dales of the Limestone Way, look out for this hard, light grey rock. There's a lot of it. The Limestone Way is a long-distance walk which will take you 3 or 4 days to fully complete, should you decide to do all of it. This is one of many winding paths you will walk along on your trek. The peaceful environment, coupled with the surroundings containing sheep-filled fields and beaten track, really gets to the heart of country living. It's difficult to believe that all of this exists less than an hour outside of Sheffield, a totally contrasting place. Another small town in the Peak District about an hour away from Sheffield is Buxton. It's a spa town, and it's quite a bit bigger than Castleton, but it still has its fair share of charm. This striking tower is known as Solomon's Temple, situated 440 metres above sea level, just on the edge of Buxton at the top of Grin Hill. It was built in 1896 by a local farmer and landowner. Although it has never had a true practical purpose, Solomon's Temple has become one of Buxton's and the Peak District's most well-known landmarks due to its appearance and location. It was built on a site where many ancient items from the Beaker and Roman periods were buried, while the tower itself is quite simply stunning to look at. It's also fantastic to look from. If you climb to the top of the tower and look out, you can see over the whole of Buxton, as well as miles of green landscape stretching out across the Peak District. This place will certainly bring you closer to the countryside. It's well worth a visit. Now we'll look at this expanse of water called Fernley Reservoir. It's on the outskirts of Buxton once again, and it's one of 2 reservoirs very close together in this area known as the Goyt Valley. The other is called Irwood Reservoir, and while both are picturesque, Fernley provides a longer country walk with more country charm. Here, by the side of the reservoir, you can get a great view over the water which is actually supplied to surrounding areas for drinking. It's breathtaking on a bright and sunny day. And just a few steps away is a forest trail which takes you on a circuit around the reservoir. You'll see lush flora and emerald green grass by the sides of the trail, and you'll walk along dirt paths which pass through classic wooden gates. It's a serene walk that'll take you far away from your day-to-day life. Fernley Reservoir combines water and woodland, a feature which you won't find in many other places, so if you have a day free, it's a must-see. The last place we come to in this short documentary is an iconic Peak District landmark. This hill, called Mam Tor, is nicknamed the Shivering Mountain because its eastern face is slowly falling down. This gradual falling is caused by unstable layers of shale which create landslips. These happen often, and you can see the evidence of this not only from the worn-away look of the side of the hill, but also from this crumbled, cracked and abandoned section of road. It once provided a link between the Peak District town of Chapel-en-le-Frith and Sheffield, but now it's been reduced to a tourist attraction. Endless efforts to maintain this road were finally stopped in 1979, when the road was officially closed. That interesting fact is not all Mamtor has to offer. From the top, you will find possibly the most amazing view in the Peak District. As you stand on the stone-surfaced footpath at the hill's peak, you'll be able to see the Edale Valley, the Derwent Moors and Kinder Scout, as well as miles of more spectacular countryside. And neighbouring Mamtor is Winnett's Pass, a steep and winding road between two hills which you'll find nicer to look at than to drive up. If you're willing to make the walk to one of the outcrops which hangs over the road, you'll find a place which is great for getting some scenic snaps. As you can see, there are many marvellous views and locations right on the doorstep of Sheffield in the Peak District. You certainly would struggle to find a bustling city so close to tranquil countryside anywhere else.